I know this is a quick pop-up live. I was trying to figure out a way that I could have a second camera. I'm kind of hoping some people come in, maybe. Devil dog, devil dog. Maybe he can help me out. You know, I know there'll be some people that'll like, okay, Rebecca just went live. I'm not going to be live long because there's some other channels that are going to go live that I like to be there. But hi Heather. I'm gonna do some things. I'm going to hadn't really set this up. I was trying to figure out a way to have this camera that I have up here being up on this live, but I have to have the paid promotion type. I'm going to give me a little bit of a time. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel and I'm going to mute it and pop out the chat so I can see you guys. So I'll be back in a bit. Cancel that. Go here. Oh, I know what I need to do. Cancel. Open another tab. And go to YouTube. Go to my channel. Go to my live. Okay, here I go. Hi, Susan. Now I've got that popped out so I can. So we've got Heather in here, Marianne Bimler, we got Teresa Jukowitz, Troy Sutton, and Susan is using her husband's channel. So I was trying to, I have my brother set up some cameras. You can see that I'm moving something up here. And it's the camera that I use that I'm not able to be up on panel, where I change between those two cameras. I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to have that, because when I press the present and then I click on, hi Jane Doe, I click on extra camera. It says upgrade to the advanced plan to share your extra camera. I don't want to have to do that. Thank you so much for coming in. I think I'm going to come over here. I wonder if share screen would work. Share screen. Nope. Let's go here. I know what I'm going to do. Copy. Paste. And pin message. Now, if someone wants to come up here and try to figure out if they can help me, I just pinned the link up there. I usually don't do that very often, but I'm just trying to figure out how this camera can be added without having to do an upgrade. Just wait and see if anybody comes up here. I know it's, I know there's some other people that go live at 8 o'clock, but Teresa Jukowitz has no clue. Neither do I. You know, it's, they want us to do upgrades, because when I was on Lewis Acre Farms Karma and we were in the background, I was able to bring that camera up, but I'm guessing it's just in the background. You know, if you want to come up, Heather, you can. I'm just trying to figure this out, how I can bypass some things that when I go live Monday, that I'll be able to have that camera plus me up there. Maybe Devil Dog. You have no idea. Okay.
Who is that?
It's Heather of Heaven's Fire 18, Ronald. You know, just trying to figure out if there's some way to be able to do that. Let me see here. Virtual background. Maybe there'll be some more people in here that know how to do this without having OBS and all that other stuff. You can ask Chris, but Chris isn't here. I guess it's probably really surprised you, just Rebecca doing a pop-up live, trying to figure out things, just to make what I do a little bit easier, and you guys will be able to see me and plus what I'm doing. There's got to be some way.
How much does it cost for the upgraded plan?
$45 a month, Ronald. Let me, I'm going to go to settings and see. There's general camera, audio, virtual background, recording, hotkeys, layout, and guest. So could I bring in that camera as a guest? I don't know how you would be able to do that. Oh, come back here. I'm going to text Chris. Hi, Nicole. I just sent him a text. See if he can maybe help me figure this out. Because I was able... Hi, Lori. No, you're not late. I just did a pop-up live. Nobody knew I was doing this because I was trying to figure out a way without doing the upgrade on StreamYard to be able to have that second camera up here where Nancy and I would be off to the side, and then this camera that I'm moving right now would be on. It's good to see you, Nicole. It's been a while.
I wish I knew where my phone was at. I misplaced my cell phone.
Oh no, Ronald.
Again.
All these beautiful friends. Can't believe I just did a pop-up live and there's 11 people here. He hasn't messaged me back yet. But, oh my goodness. It's just really nice. Hi, Arlene. Thank you for coming. I was trying to figure out a way to add this other, see, I'm moving this. There's a bar up here that has a second camera that when I went live, I switched to that camera so you guys could see what I was doing. But I wanted to figure out a way. Hi, Debbie Drotch. This is something else, you know, just trying to figure this out so that I can have that other camera. And I don't know if I could do it through settings. Not really sure. You know, I just make it so much nicer. Yeah, it seems like maybe Chris is busy. Hi, Troy. Amy's place tonight. So Amy isn't going live tonight? Oh, I am so sorry that you woke up with a headache, Nicole. I hope you get to feeling better. I'll give some good thoughts and prayers that your head will start feeling better. Oh, Amy is not going live tonight. I did not know that because Lewis Acre Farms Karma texted me and asked if I would be a co-host with her on Talk About It Tuesday. And I said yes. So I was on her live. Hi, Brian. Brian, have you ever, with StreamYard, with the not paid version, have you ever been able to know how to bring up a second camera? I don't know if you would be able to do that in settings, but I'm trying to figure out a way. That's why I went live, is to figure out a way that I could have this camera that you guys can't see on to, be able to have Nancy and I off to the side and then this camera going. This is so funny. It's not very often that this lady pops up live and look what shirt I have on. I never done that, Rebecca. I've always used one that's built into my computer. I have external cameras.
That's what I have.
That's what Ronald got, was external cameras. That there's a bar down here that's holding this camera. And then he's got one with a bar up here.
I bought some talent arms from Parts Express, and they've got different connectors to where you can hook up cameras from different angles. And one is pointing down and one's pointing straight ahead. The one pointing straight ahead is the one that Rebecca is on now.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Hi, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. Thank you for coming in. It's amazing, you don't realize that there's people out there that when you do a pop-up live, they're going to come. Just trying to figure out how to be able to set up this other camera before Monday, and know how to do it. That's why I did this pop-up and just trying to figure this out. I don't know if it through settings, and I'm kind of thinking about, Devil dog, devil dog, devil dog. He might be able to help, but he's probably, I think I have a feeling, I don't see Ronald. Yes, he was behind me, but he was standing up. So this thing being down lower, see, there he is. It's right there. But yeah, it's like, wow. What's up? I'm trying to figure out some way of being able to have, you remember the camera that I had last night that we switched, and it was, you guys were able to see me take the hat off and stuff. I wanted to be able to bring that camera up also on here where I would be able to move me over to the side and have that camera. But I don't know how to do it.
I know we could do it with OBS, but when I put that program on the computer, it caused problems.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to uninstall it.
I
would have loved to have OBS.
Yeah, she has no clue. You know, Scott, Brian, Scott is Susan. Susan is using her husband's account. She's, her channel is Herb and Bucket. Herb and Bucket. But she dropped her phone, so she's now using his YouTube channel, which is fine, you know. Ooh, no clue. Sorry. Okay. I guess, you know, I just figured, hey, maybe I could figure this out. You know, when I went to settings, there was nothing there that I could do, you know, because what I usually do is I go over in the 3 dots here, and it says edit name. Nope, that's not it. But I end up just kind of figuring out how to do this. I was in a meeting. He just got home. Okay. I know Des may know, but Peaceful Des isn't here yet. I'm going to have to figure out that kind of stuff out soon because I want to do working lives. You know, the thing I'm thinking about, kind of with that, you know, I've got that iPad. Makes me wonder if I could go live on that and have the camera facing to where you guys could see, and then bringing that up on here. You know, just trying to figure out what I could end up doing. You know, just trying to figure it out. Because there's this box beside my name that says present or invite. You know, which that would be someone coming up here. Yes, please smash. And it is like, wow, 14 people in here and I just did a pop-up. I can message Des for you. That would be great if you could, Susan. I don't know what she's doing, if she may be on some other channel, but now knowing that Amy isn't going live, thank you, Susan. Maybe she'll be able to help me figure this out. You know, because it definitely would be, it would definitely be nice to figure this out. Hi, Gray Wolf Outdoors. It's been a while since I've seen you. good to see you, my friend. There's some people that are coming in that usually aren't there for Nancy and I's live, and it's great to see you. I wish someone would click on that link at the top and come up here and talk to me. You know, while we try to figure this out. There's all my good friends. It's going to be great. You know, be able to meet all of you again, and yeah, Gray Wolf, really great. Oh man, let's see here. Let me go to settings and see what I see here. Guest. Just kind of reading through all this stuff. Comments, please. Nope, that doesn't give me where I can add a camera. Oh, you had baseball games? I haven't played baseball in a while. Long while. Maybe Des will help me figure this out. Today I took the car over to the mechanic to get it fixed. Wow. I don't know if anybody wants to come up here and talk to me, but I just figured we figured this out, you know, trying to be able to have this camera, you know, changing. So this is what usually we do is this is that other camera now, this one up here that I use when I'm making hats. Just trying to see how we could add that one. Definitely would be nice. Hi, Rob. You know, Rob, have you ever been on StreamYard and figured out how to bring two cameras up without having to pay for it? Hi, Ace. There's some people coming in here that so great to have you guys here. How you doing, Ace? Good to see you. I don't use StreamYard, sorry. Okay. Well, it's what I have connected to my channel right now, and you know, I might end up putting on a second one and learning how to use it. Hi, Terry at Madwood Barbecue. Thank you for coming. Kind of hoping that Susan gets in touch with Des. Definitely would be great to see if she could help me figure this out. a lot of folks have been using Restream. I'm thinking about trying it. You know, that's what Karma used today. You know, and I could always have you could have multiple streaming platforms. Des is live with okay. Now I understand why she isn't here, and that's okay. You know, just trying to figure this out, and you know, and maybe with Restream, you might be able to do that. Thank you, Arlene. You know, it just keeps switching between 11 and why am I having problems? But yeah, it's like, wow. I bet you would have to pay if you wanted to use another camera on stream. Here's
Rebecca, I found this grater. Where's the other one at? Rebecca.
there.
Where's the other grater at?
I don't know, Ronald.
Oh.
Let me open my Restream and see if I can figure out, because like I was saying, I was on Restream with it's because it's about half the StreamYard. Well, the version I have is free, you know, on StreamYard. So I can have 6 people up here. And, you know, being on disability, I told Ronald what StreamYard's price was. And maybe with the platforms, maybe you do have to have a paid version to have a second camera on there. I do know that when when Lewis Acres, we were in the back, I was able to bring that other camera up, but we were in the after hours part of it. You know, so that's why I went live to figure out if you could do it. Hi, Paul Case Farms. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out on StreamYard if there is a way. Yeah, I can understand you're on your own stream and with someone else does. That's okay, because I'm just trying to figure this out, you know. And yeah, Paul Case, I don't know if you know how to, without having to pay to have a second camera. I may, even with Restream, she's going to try to help. Okay. Well, the link is up there. What I'm needing is that I'm trying to figure out, without having to pay, that I can have this second camera that I'm moving up here. I do not, my brother basically informed me that when he put on OBS, it caused problems on our computer. It's a webcam. The camera that I'm on right now is a webcam. And what I end up doing is I go up here. Nope, that's not it. I go to settings. I go to camera. And I change to this camera. This is the camera. I want to be able to have both of them up there. And there we go. Let's see. There we go. It's back now. may have to be like a second guest. I don't know how to do that. Yes, this one is the one that I'm on right now. And then there's this one up here that points down at my desk for when I'm basically, when I went live with Nancy, we used this camera so people could see me taking the hat off the loom. Yes, it's the one that's up here that I'm moving, that I wanted to be able to, when I bring this camera up, is being able to have it and then Nancy and I off to the sides. Okay.
Okay. So this camera is like, go ahead and log into.
I gotta go to, let me turn on the TV. I may have to go back over there. Settings. Let me go to settings, audio. And nope. That one. Just keep talking.
Yeah, so
I'll figure out which one I need to do.
if you email the link to yourself, you can
What?
open up another browser, go to the email, and then set up the other camera to be a second guest, like for example, like me.
Yes.
But instead of me, it'll be your camera looking down.
Oh, okay. So you'd go to settings.
Well, what you need to do is email the link to yourself.
Oh, okay.
And then invite yourself as a guest with the other on another browser.
Yes.
And you set up that camera as for that guest.
Oh, okay.
And you'll be yourself, and then you have another window like here, but it'll be the other camera looking down.
Would be the other camera looking down then.
The thing is, you'll have to turn off the sound to one of those because it's gonna echo.
It would be this one. I would turn the sound off to.
Yeah. As long as it's only one because it's gonna echo back and forth.
Okay. That might end up working.
Mm-hmm. I've done it before on the free one.
Okay.
All right, I gotta get ready for my live stream, so I'm gonna let you go.
I'll let you go, and thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so what I would end up having to do then is having that camera, sending a link to that camera through email, and then using that. That might work. And yeah, that definitely was nice of him to come up here and figure this out. Well, everyone, thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and end this live, and I'm going to figure this out before Monday so that when Nancy and I go live, I'm going to have both cameras up there. That is going to be so cool. For sure, so that I can be able to be seen, plus having this one up there. Yeah, everyone have a blessed night. And thank you for your help, Simon. I'm definitely going to get this figured out, and maybe Monday you're going to see me on 2 cameras. That is going to be so much fun. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you all later. Good night.